But poor diet is now the leading cause of early death in men and number 2 in women across the globe. And obesity now kills more people than undernutrition. The WHO have said, by 2030, it's going to cost the global community upwards of $30 trillion, and made the point that there's no economy in the world that can actually cope with the costs, the poor health outcomes of unhealthy diet. And yet there's been very little action to kind of change the food environment at the policy and legislative level. At the same time, we know that mental and substance use disorders account for the leading global burden of disability. So even though they may not directly always lead to early death, although they do have an impact on that, they cause a massive amount of disability across the globe. And unipolar depression in particular is in the top 5 causes of disability across the globe continually. So the fact that the two things are linked is incredibly important for prevention and for treatment. The fact that poor diet is such a major issue globally for health really highlights the craziness of medical practitioners getting so little training on nutrition during their residencies, etc. It's a major issue. How much poor diet feeds into mental health problems is yet to be established, and that's a really important question. But I suspect it varies enormously from individual to individual. And it should be always said that, something like depression is a very multifactorial disorder. There are so many things that drive into it. But if you think about the risk factors for mental illness, they're very often things that you can't readily change. They're things like family history and early life trauma and life events and poverty and disadvantage and interpersonal violence. These are things that are often very challenging for societies to address. So we need to be looking for the things that we can modify, particularly if we want to think about prevention, because half of all mental disorders start before the age of 14. So we want to be able to prevent as many cases as we can. So if we know that diet and physical activity are both modifiable risk factors for depression in particular, which we absolutely know from very extensive data from around the world, then this is where we should be targeting our interventions as the low-hanging fruit.